Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Griffin, Indiana. It is day 3. This is the last day of spring, so this is the equivalent of May as far as the calendar goes. And as you can see, our wheat has finally come up. We've got a bit of weeds over there, but I think what I'm going to do is, given our money situation, I might just kind of float the weeds for this particular harvest and not worry too much about getting the weeds sprayed down. We are over here in our big grass pasture right across from the farm, and well, we are cutting grass, as you can see. So it has been dry, so we are cutting semi-dry grass, and I've done the math, and I'm pretty sure, given the size of this particular grass area, as you can see, I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to make our money back with respect to the leasing costs that it is going to take to basically get this grass dried into hay and picked up off the field and sold down at the local farm. So I've done the math, as I said, and it's going to cost me about $6,823. That's assuming that I can get everything done within 1 hour of basically leasing. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So $6,823 is on the low end. Probably the high end is around $8,000 to bring this field of grass in to hay bales. Now, it's going to require me to do round bales, so I'm going to have to be a little bit economical, and we're going to be doing round bales. I've got the Kuhn side mower here because, once again, our tractor does not have front PTO. Front PTO is not very common with respect to American tractors, but yeah, so we've got the side mower here, and we're just going to cut this field today. Probably cut the grass on the inside of this fenced area, and maybe even head across the street and take some of that grass and cut it, all in the name of maximizing our potential hay harvest and basically trying to maximize the usage of the mower that we have to lease. We're going to have to lease a windrower. I'm going to lease one of the Alpine Farming Expansion Pottinger windrowers. They're not very expensive, and I think they'll get the job done fairly well. Then we're also going to have to lease the New Holland round baler, and then we're going to lease one of the Anderson bale trailers to pick up the hay and basically take it down to the local farm. Now, before we get too far into the video, I want to say this video is brought to you by Doughboy2913. Thank you for being a farm baron. So in the end, I'm hoping to at least double my money. That way we'll pay for our equipment that we've had to lease and hopefully make another $6,000 to $10,000 back on that. So we'll just have to see how that all fares out. I am really curious if we're going to basically get this grass dried today, or if we're going to have to basically wait until June, the first day of summer that is, to get this grass converted into hay and then get it up off the field. Because again, remember, each game day is the equivalent of 1 month. So is it going to basically take a month, quote unquote a month, to get our grass dry? Or possibly maybe this afternoon are we going to discover that our grass is ready to go? I don't really know. I've never done 3-day seasons. So this is kind of a learning experiment. Pretty much every single day is a learning experiment. So at this point, let's go ahead and just break into a little bit of time lapse. We haven't done a time lapse on this particular playthrough. And, well, meet you on the other side. have to say this is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. We are at 1 hour on the mower. And we are getting close to being done most of this big area. We've got that section over there to do. And I think I'm going to get the area on the other side of the fence also. And then that'll probably call it for the mowing. I looked and it looks like this is being reported as 25 acres of grass. Let's go ahead and check that again. So 28.75 acres of grass in this big meadow. So, yeah, I mean, that should turn out a good number of bales. Hopefully, we'll definitely make our money back in our lease costs. Yeah, that's at a minimum what we want to do, but we do want to earn money, again, so that we've got money for leasing our harvester, leasing our header, leasing a trailer. And if we're going to store the grain, we've got to buy or lease an auger to put the grain into the bins. And we're going to have to buy or lease an auger to get the grain out of the bins. So we do have a fair bit of expenses. And, well, what would a good farmer do? Basically look everywhere possible as a way of basically maximizing their revenue or maximizing their land with respect to profits. So why not mow this grass? We're not doing anything with it. Possibly next year, depending on our profits, I wouldn't mind investing in maybe some beef cattle. Dairy cattle are a nice investment, but man, they take a long time to pay off. But then again, 3-day seasons. We're going to go through a seasonal season every week, basically, because I'm going to try to do 3 videos a week. And therefore, this first week has been spring. Next week will be summer. The following week will be autumn. And if you will, basically an entire game year over the course of a 4-week time span, if things work out well. Now, I'm curious from you all what you all think of what seems to be a mod slowdown as of late. Not a lot of mods have been hitting the mod hub, Giants mod hub, on a daily basis. There's been a pretty steady pace of updates, but there's been kind of some lean days with respect to mod submissions. You know, as we are approaching 3.5 months till Farm Sim 22 is released, there's still plenty of time to get out there and play. And a little worried that maybe the mod submissions are going to dry up before Farm Sim 19 is done its course. I'm curious from you guys, what is kind of your average number of hours on a particular game save? You know, if maps stopped coming out today, would you have, you know, a map or the maps that you want to continue to play for the next 3.5 months? I'd like to know. You know, are you all more long play types of folks where you pick a map and you stick to it for hundreds upon hundreds of game hours? Or are you more a short time play? Do you typically get maybe at most 75 to 100 hours of gameplay on any one map before you are antsy and you know, itching to find something else? Speaking of mods, it's been a long time. It had been a long time since we had done a new and noteworthy video. But an interesting mod did come out earlier this week. It came out on Monday. It was a chaff baler that I was like, man, that is really slick. That is definitely new and noteworthy. So got that video out Curious what you all think of the chaff baler, if you've seen that video or not. Basically what it does is it allows you to attach a baler to the back of a forage harvester. It has a little attachment that goes on the forage harvester. It gives you a trailer hitch, a PTO, hose, power, air connections, and electrical, and then has a hopper that will hold, I think, 14,000 liters of product that is configured to be recognized by the output chute of the forage harvester. And as you operate the forage harvester, either chopping corn or picking up hay, straw, grass, or by using the mower attachment and mowing mowing grass, you can mow other crops and basically convert it to chaff. Basically, it would shoot into the hopper, and then it would make a round bale. Visually, it looks like it makes a round grass bale, and then it would wrap that bale and make it silage. So, corn silage bales are a thing in Farm Sim now with that particular mod. Could also be used as a stationary baler, which is kind of interesting. You know, on our Susquehanna River Valley, I just call it our Sus playthrough. On our Susquehanna River Valley playthrough, I recently made a bunch of hay bales for the purpose of running them through the pellet press. Well, I'm about out of hay bales, but I've got a couple 100,000 liters of loose bulk grass at a storage silo. You know, I was thinking I could use that stationary baler, park it under the silo spout, and basically fill it up with hay, and then run it through the baler, and basically make hay bales out of that loose product. For me, it wouldn't work out so great because it does make round bales, and the bale press only works with square bales. So that idea, now that I'm thinking about it, isn't really going to work out for me. But still, it's a rather interesting concept that you could basically take and collect your hay off the field with a forage wagon, deposit it in a silo, and then later, when time wasn't so critical, you could position a stationary baler under the silo spout and convert that loose hay or straw or silage into bales. Just kind of taking not so much a rainy day, but taking a day where you don't have that much going on, a day where maybe there is just, less of a time crunch, because, you can definitely get a time crunch when you're trying to get stuff up off the field. Let's look at our weather forecast. We've got great weather today, good drying conditions overnight, pretty stable, good drying conditions into tomorrow. We don't have any rain in the forecast until this is day 3. This is day 1 of summer, day 2 of summer. So our first rain in the forecast is day 2 of summer, which is mid-summer, which is also, concerning enough, probably when we're going to be harvesting our wheat, or want to harvest our wheat, because it's the last opportunity to put soybeans in the ground. So we'll just have to see. Like I said, are we going to have an opportunity to get this hay picked up later today? Are we going to have to wait till game day tomorrow, which is going to be the first day of summer, to pick this hay up off the field? And what state is our wheat going to be in tomorrow? First day of summer. What state is our wheat going to be in the second day of summer, which is also the last day to put soybeans in, and that's really what I'm hoping we can get accomplished. I'm hoping the wheat is ready by the second day of summer, midsummer. I'm hoping that we have decent weather to get the wheat out of the field, to get the straw out of the field so we can pretty much double up our income there, and get the soybeans in the field so that we have a chance to double up and get 2 harvests off of our 3 fields, which will position us hopefully in a good position to be profitable into next year. So guys, I think that's where I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to go ahead and finish mowing this part of our pasture, and at that point I'll fast forward the clock a few hours and see what happens with respect to our grass here. And I'll update you all next week as to where we are. So, hope you all are enjoying this series. If you are, please go ahead and give me a like and let me know in the comments how are you liking this series. And until next time, happy farming.